A massive $5,000 Royal Caribbean cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean just turned into a total viral nightmare. The footage hitting social media from the JoJo Siwa cruise is bordering on pure insanity. When this was announced last winter, the internet clowned it as a complete joke that would absolutely flop. Instead, the entire boat completely sold out within minutes. Fully grown millennials paid premium prices to down tequila shots and take tactical bow-making classes at sea. It is an absolute disaster for unsuspecting families who wanted quiet relaxation, but it is a massive goldmine for the plot. It's a mess, so let's get into it. To understand how we ended up on a billionaire-owned cruise ship full of glitter and adult chaos, we have to look back at the past year. Last year, JoJo Siwa abruptly announced she was canceling her entire upcoming tour across the United States. She posted a deeply emotional message on her official website claiming the decision was strictly due to logistics. The statement promised she would eventually return to perform for all the beautiful people in the American fanbase. But the internet did not buy that corporate excuse for a single second. At that exact time, she had freshly started dating her new boyfriend, Chris Hughes, who happens to live over in the United Kingdom. Detections on TikTok immediately accused her of ditching her young American supporters just to fly across the Atlantic and spend every waking second with her man. People felt like she was abandoning her home audience for personal clout. But then she quietly partnered up with Royal Caribbean for an entirely different business opportunity. Allegedly, this luxury fan cruise was her slick way of making up for the millions of dollars in lost tour ticket sales while maximizing her profit margins. Now the time has officially come, and the real-life footage hitting social media is bordering on pure insanity. JoJo originally released a hyper-promotional video teaser telling her millions of followers that this would be the most immersive fan event she had ever designed. She promised live concerts at sea, exclusive dance classes, and tons of unhinged theme parties. Most people naturally assumed the boat would be packed with standard parents dragging their screaming kids along to buy merchandise. But like I said, the actual target demographic turned out to be fully grown adults who completely committed to the bit. They crowded the bars, flooded the decks, and filmed themselves partying in complete neon outfits right next to JoJo herself. TikTok is currently being flooded with updates from the boat, and the comment sections are aggressively roasting the entire situation. People genuinely cannot tell if these adult passengers are being dead serious or if they are just doing the ultimate multi-thousand-dollar troll for internet views. Two specific creators named Molly and Heidi went completely viral over the weekend for documenting their initial step onto the ship. They uploaded a clip showing themselves walking onto the gangway while dressed in head-to-toe neon outfits. Heidi looked directly at the camera and stated that she literally felt like a massive toddler. The video instantly pulled in millions of views as viewers watched them navigate a cruise ship that wasn't even entirely reserved for JoJo fans. Imagine being a normal passenger who just wanted a tan, and suddenly you are standing next to adults wearing giant plastic hair bows. Anyway, the two girls decided to camp out on the floor for a full 2 hours just to get front row seats to the exclusive Infinity Heart concert. While they were sitting there playing cards, JoJo's mother, JoJo Siwa, walked past them. Jessalyn didn't call security on them for blocking the walkway. Instead, she pulled out her own phone to snap photos of them playing cards for her own social media page. After the show ended, the girls posted another update that quickly divided opinion across the commentary community. Molly stared into the camera completely dazed and claimed it was genuinely the absolute best night of her life. The backlash in the comments under the video was immediate and extremely loud. One popular user commented, asking if this entire cruise was just a massive simulated joke because they genuinely could not process reality anymore. Another creator quickly fired back saying the weekend was an absolute movie and that anyone hating was just sad they couldn't be there. But it raises a massive question about how these content creators are operating. Are they actual die-hard JoJo fans from her childhood TV days, or are they just sacrificing their bank accounts for a juicy algorithmic plot? Some internet detectives pointed out that these TikTokers clearly knew the deep JoJo lore because they were seen having long discussions with JoJo's dad about specific old performances. So it seems like a lot of them aren't even trolling. But we have to talk about the absolute nightmare scenario for the regular people on this boat. JoJo's massive fan experience only took up a partial section of this enormous Royal Caribbean cruise ship. When the booking details dropped months ago, the internet was already joking about the unsuspecting families who would accidentally book this exact weekend. Well, that exact nightmare scenario materialized into reality. Normal vacationers are now posting on X expressing absolute horror after realizing they signed up for a relaxing getaway only to end up sharing a dining room with a glitter cult. One viral tweet stated that realizing they chose a standard cruise over the chaotic JoJo ship was their biggest mistake because the content looks legendary. Others locked at home are admitting to experiencing severe fear of missing out while watching the madness unfold from their phones. Not everyone on board is laughing at the memes, though. A creator named Megan hopped on her page to aggressively defend the adult passengers from the massive wave of online bullying. She acknowledged that going on a JoJo Siwa cruise as a literal 30-year-old adult sounds completely weird as hell on paper, but she argued that everyone has taken a hyper-specific internet bit way too far at some point in their lives. She stated that since these people already spent $5,000 on the cabin, they might as well double down and make viral content out of it. And honestly, she might be onto something. Another comment pointed out that the kids who grew up watching JoJo on Nickelodeon are now literal adults with disposable income. So God forbid people actually enjoy themselves with a savvy businesswoman who knows exactly how to market her brand. The ultimate plot twist here is the massive financial reality of this entire floating circus. JoJo is absolutely laughing her way to the bank, while the internet squabbles over whether her adult fans are cringy or iconic. The prices for these standard cabins started at a cool $1,000. If you wanted a premium high-end luxury suite to get closer to the action, the price tag jacked up to a staggering $5,000. Every single one of those top-tier expensive suites sold out within minutes of the initial press release last year. Fans literally handed over their entire paychecks just to stand in a crowded workshop and fold pieces of ribbon into JoJo-themed bows. The ship's gift shops were packed with exclusive high-priced merchandise, ranging from t-shirts and hoodies to branded beach towels and custom swag bags. JoJo didn't just create an immersive fan event. She built a highly profitable corporate trap disguised as a glittery childhood wonderland, and her audience happily walked right into it. At the end of the day, the JoJo Siwa cruise proves that influencer culture has reached a completely unhinged new level. It is no longer just about buying a $20 lip kit or streaming a 3-minute song to support your favorite creator. Influencers can now convince grown adults to isolate themselves on a boat in the middle of the ocean just to participate in a simulated childhood fantasy for TikTok clout. JoJo didn't care about the logistics of her canceled tour because she realized she could make triple the money by doing less work on a cruise ship. It makes you wonder what kind of ridiculous luxury experiential stunt these creators will pull next just to keep their engagement metrics alive. Are we looking at the future of mainstream tourism, or is this just a temporary collective delusion fueled entirely by the algorithm? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you next time.